Welcome to the show that teaches you the things your parents and teachers are too afraid to, the heliosblog. Today, HasanAbi gives terrible dating advice. Some things never change.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
The truth is, what do you think's more the problem? Is it the not knowing what to say in a social conversation?
Yeah, this is the guy that I want to take advice from. This guy here.
Let's say you're on a date. You're sitting across from a lady. I'm assuming you're heterosexual.
You're going too far already. I don't know how to get on one. That's
okay, but
sounds like autism the way he's talking.
Theoretically, let's just say we've got the date. We're sitting across from you.
It means he's not socially calibrated, which means that he needs practice to be socially calibrated.
Are you afraid that you don't know how to engage in the conversation? I mean, or you have conversations in the world, right?
Yeah, I have. I'm not, I don't think I am kind of,
He's already stumbling over his words, so it's a confidence issue. It's a lack of social calibration.
The problem is I can work with people. I can kind of put on, masking. I can be present myself as a normal person, but everything I usually have social life is I have long-term acquaintances. I don't have friends in that sense. I have a few friends, God bless them, they are awesome and who have been with me since high school or earlier, but after high school I kind of I am not able to, keep up with people. It's a problem.
Social abilities are a muscle. You have to practice them.
Probably fear of rejection and also a little bit of the ADHD. I'm a bit too comfortable in being, spending time by myself. So it's hard for me to, call someone and go like, hey, want to hang out?
So why did you have a lot of friends, or why?
That means you need a routine to hang out with people, right? That would be the smart thing. Rather than calling people up in a, unofficial kind of random way, why don't you have a habit of meeting people so that you keep up your social abilities? You maintain friendships, right? Habitually.
Do you still have long-term relationships that you cultivated in high school, though? It's repetition, right? Like, you were around them. You were forced to be in a situation where you're around them, and obviously that shows that your personality is not the problem, or you're not the problem in that situation. You just haven't been in a situation where you're around a lot of people where you can, slowly but surely cultivate relationships, right?
It's probably you're right. It's just very hard to get past that barrier of low self-esteem and
yeah, low self-esteem comes from not having stuff, right? It comes from not having value that you're providing to people, right? And because you're a man, right? So your instincts tell you, well, I'm not doing anything for the tribe, I must be useless, right? So what you actually need to do, ironically, to cultivate your skills, right, to cultivate your social life, is actually cultivate your skills so you can provide value to the community. If you're good at stuff, then you provide value. Providing value brings people bring relationships, right?
Well, it's a vicious cycle, right? You kind of just, the more you retreat, the worse your self-esteem becomes.
Indeed, and it's kind of like if I go to a bar and my friend is egging me on to go talk to someone, I'm kind of like, I get very paralyzed because I don't know, it's very weird. It's weird thinking that someone would want something from me. It's kind of, you gotta convince yourself. It feels like delusion in that
I'll
sense.
be honest, even me to this day, I still struggle to pick people up in person. Most of my interactions through my life have been through online dating apps, to be honest, and like conversations that started on Tinder or something like that to break the ice. And like, because you almost in person, you kind of, you know, you make you're so vulnerable because you really don't know what's going on the other side. But online in messaging and whatnot, you're able to kind of figure out if it's mutual. With Tinder, it's so easy because they swipe right on you, and it's it's
You're
mutual.
also gay. You're playing on easy mode. You're
Yeah, guys. Yeah, exactly. It's easier for guys than it is for guys trying to get girls. Okay, let's continue.
good looking.
Hey! Excuse me.
I mean, it's just
It
true
is
though.
not easy. All right. Look,
Really?
look, it's
Online
look,
dating apps as a gay man is not easy. Is that what you're about to say? You're about to
It's
lie.
not for everybody.
Also,
Okay,
Hasan,
not
I
for
didn't say I
everybody.
was gay. I didn't say I wasn't gay, but I am not gay. So
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for
That's
thank you for clarifying.
Sorry,
Well,
I-
okay.
according to Austin,
It's good information to know because then, Hasan is right though. Generally speaking, I think being a gay man in particular, I always say I could have a blowjob faster than an Uber Eats order. Like I'm not even shitting you. I could, you go on the app,
True. Yep.
you can set your settings to what your type is.
Now
and then
he's
just
flexing.
boom, populate it.
Yeah, and that's kind of interesting thing about that is that I don't know. I've never been very as a cishet male. I have never been very comfortable expressing any desire or interest in people in that sense because it's the fear of rejection and also the fear of making someone uncomfortable in that sense, and it's kind of those rules are not rules, but those kinds of social cues are very vague, and it's very terrifying in that sense. And it's kind of course it comes from training, repeating, exercising that muscle. But I'm kind of, because I'm starting so late, or if I start now it would.
Well, he knows what to do. He's just not. It sounds to me like he's not willing to do what he needs to do in order to get what he wants. If you're not willing to do what you need to do to get what you want, then you'll never get what you want.
It would be so late that I'm
No,
afraid
no.
that it'll all be.
Yeah,
No,
there's
it's
no such thing.
It's never. There's no such thing as too late.
And so what I want to go back to is like moments in your life where you were already cultivating successful relationships, even if you were in a really complicated social situation, social setting like high school. So you clearly were able to successfully develop relationships with people around you in a situation like high school where many people haven't. Like, you know what I mean? You already overcame that. You already succeeded in that situation. Going to a bar in a large group setting like that is not for everybody. I would go so far as to say that it is advanced level shit. So don't worry about that at all. Work to your strengths. And I think that Austin is correct. Dating apps could be really helpful in creating a one-on-one setting with someone that you're interested in. Are you on dating apps?
Yeah, I use.
The problem with dating apps is if you're not attractive, you're getting nothing, right? So, yeah, you get nothing. And that might be very discouraging for some people. So there's that as well.
Tinder, but it's very, very much. I'm very slow on my moves, so I go like 10 messages and then I either lose interest or don't have anything to say, or I'm too paralyzed to ask.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Anyone out in that sense.
Wait, you get so you get matches on Tinder?
No, it's I get some matches, but I'm also. It takes me a lot of effort to just say hi.
Dude, you get action on Tinder. You're in the door.
Yeah,
literally.
Would you rate yourself on
It's the hardest
attractiveness?
thing, yeah.
I mean, for guys to get the match, that's the hard part.
Yep.
yeah.
How do you rate yourself on physical attractiveness, 1 to 10?
I am smack dab average, like a
Average?
Probably not.
Which is all you need, bro.
Oh yeah, baby.
No, that's actually not true. But if girls are matching him, it means he's above average. He just has low self-esteem.
If it's like
Look at
1
me.
1 to 10, yeah, it's like 1 to 10.
Who's better looking, me or you?
I'm a 5.
Who's better looking, me or you?
I can't answer that fair way. No,
It's
It's
okay,
kinda-
bro.
You already did when you said that, bro.
No, but it's like,
Dude, you
I-
got it. You're getting matches, and
Yeah.
chatting in on the Tinder's a great way to start. I mean,
It's how I started.
you're not.
It's really not. But anyway, these guys give very bad advice. You basically need like an algorithm, right? Like just a pattern of messages that you use, so that you remove your own ego from the process, right? So you don't feel bad every time you get rejected, basically.
Face to face is low. It's kind of low stress compared to in person. I would definitely start there, man. Just chat them up,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, chat them up.
Yeah,
And you know
it's-
what, man? This is what I think. When you're on Tinder and you're like, God, I'm so nervous. I can't, I don't know what to say. I want to ask them out, but I don't know. Just fucking do it. What are they
Literally.
going to say? No?
They're gonna say yes or no anyway.
Then
Either
who
way.
cares? Then they don't want to go out with you, and that's fine. Then you move on. You have to
Yup.
get comfortable with rejection because we all get rejected. Hasan, look at Hasan. He is like
All the time.
Yup.
he looks like
Even the most attractive guy gets rejected very often. That's without a doubt.
he's what personifies Chad and like sexiness, and he gets rejected. Look, Hasan's not my type.
And very
You know what I mean?
famously,
Like-
if you've been in here long enough, you heard the Cara Delevingne story. Like, there's just like a lot of instances like that where people just don't, and we match, and I think like, oh, this is perfect, and then it doesn't. There's nothing that comes out of that, and it happens.
It happens to everybody. To everybody.
I would chat for a little bit, a couple days if there's some.
No. It's got to be one day and a few messages. You don't chat for days and days and waste your time. You're a man. You have better things to do than that dumb crap.
If there's some, just that don't ask them out right away. I mean, I've been married for so long now. I've never even used Tinder, but that shit didn't even exist when I was dating.
You see?
We all just fucked each other in my friends groups in college. You know what I mean? Everyone just had sex with each other.
Quit
You just
bragging,
knew, like,
dude.
who's compatible. But just chat them up for a couple days. If the conversation's still going, just ask them out. I wouldn't ask them out right away.
Yeah, no.
But the
Don't shoot
fact
from
that-
the hip.
Is it
The
like
fact that you're having matches on Tinder
It's a
is
good sign.
It's
you're
good,
there,
really
bro.
good.
It is a good sign.
Yeah, it's apparently okay. It's just
And again, for those Hasan lovers that say that I literally agree with every point Hasan makes, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I've disagreed with 99% of what's said here, and yet people misconstrue what I'm saying as agreeing. Like, I agree with 1 point out of every 10 they make. Still bad advice. Sorry.
yeah, it's
May I suggest upgrading to Tinder Gold?
I gotta try that.
You
probably.
should. I'm serious. Like it gives you more super likes. You can expand your. I'm not even sponsored by Tinder. I just think it's great. If you're hitting the internet market, you know what I mean. I think it's great. I'm not. It's not an ad.
Well, what's he gonna do? Date a Norwegian?
No,
God
you never
forbid.
know, right? The world is your oyster. Why would you limit yourself to Finland? You know what I mean?
It's
Well, also, have you seen these devices where they just swipe like 100 times a second? So you might want to get one of those as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I live.
An auto
Yeah, it's an auto swiper.
swipe.
the-
Yeah, there you go.
One problem is that I actually live so kind of like at such a backwoods place that I have probably swiped on everyone.
That's the issue. That's another
Oh.
problem, man. Where you live, like I know so many people. Like my friend, he could not get laid in college. We're from Oregon. We went to college in Oregon. He could not get laid, and he moved to Florida. And this guy every night, different girl every night. And I think geographically where you're located has a lot to do with what happens.
Yeah, but it's 0%. I mean, you're in Finland, so like obviously it's a little different, but like there's 0% chance that you have like seen every eligible person that you could be interested in being in a relationship with in your proximity. It's
Yeah,
like physically impossible unless you're in Iceland, in which case they're all your cousins. So GG's on that.
Yeah, but you have an app for that. So in Iceland, of course. to know
Yeah,
that.
this is true. There's literally an
Wait,
application.
there's an app in Iceland to
Yes.
determine whether you're related or
You
not.
think this is a joke, but it's not a joke. Yes.
But, yeah, I
That's
want
awesome.
to kind of, I want to, before I probably leave the room for other chatters, I wanted to kind of go for that is it because you Ethan said that it takes 2 days, you know, like talk to them for a few days or something. Do people go like, hey, wanna grab a coffee someday or something? Is it really that only?
Yes.
You gotta give them more specific logistics than that. At this day, at this time, at this place, like that.
Is it like you don't elaborate
Yes.
anything?
It's
Yes,
literally that simple.
It's sort of like, hey, do you want to go grab coffee sometime?
Yeah.
Would you
I
want to
would,
go grab
I would
coffee?
recommend for a first date, which would be really nice, is like, hey, let's get go to a nice place where you can get a coffee, go take a walk through a park or something, and just see if you guys, connect in person. Yeah, that's it. I mean, you're really just trying to meet them and see if there's chemistry. You can take them for a meal, you could take them for a coffee, but I think women, or when you're trying to court someone, they like kind of a public setting.
Yep.
They
Yes,
like
that's right.
when it's not super committal, so it's like they don't feel trapped. So I think the coffee date is a perfect setting to meet someone.
I would second that. I think with eating dates, are a little bit more intimidating. I feel like there's more pressure with eating dates, where with coffee you can sit and sip.
You shouldn't go on. You shouldn't go on anything that you have to spend a lot of money on a first date, because if you do, you're gonna have problems. Like you shouldn't be doing that. And when I say you're gonna have problems, I mean they're gonna see that you're leading with your wallet, and they're gonna take advantage, as opposed to giving you a genuine tell. And a lot of girls will just not sleep with you because, oh, he's investing so many resources, why should I sleep with him right away?
Sip your drink and talk, and it's more conversational than a dinner. There's too much going on at a dinner. I think first date, Ethan's correct. Coffee date.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
or a walk.
I can
good
see
too.
that, and it's just usually I just get into my head so easily in that sense that I kind of start questioning every move so hard that it kind of falls apart before I get to that point. So it's just hard to be.
You know what's fucked up is
that.
these red pills and these pickup artists. You know why they're successful is because there are people like you in the world who are not confident socializing. These pickup artists, they go, we have the answers, right? We tell you what to do and how to say, and it's just a game. That's bullshit. There's no answer. The only answer really is for you to. There's no easy solution here for you. I'm sorry to say. You just got to do it, And if you're looking for like a partner, actually, if you're looking for someone to, build a life with, those red pills is a bottomless pit of just pain and self-loathing and confusion.
Yeah.
Just be genuine.
Yeah, notice. Like, strategies that would actually work, that would actually help you. Oh, don't listen to that. They're bad people. Yeah, okay. Yeah, follow that advice and see where that takes you.
The thing is, like, be thoughtful, listen, be nice, ask questions, be engaged with them. Just be genuinely interested in who they
being
are.
nice is the
and
way to go, guys.
try not to talk too much about yourself. I would say more listen to them and try to engage with them and be interested with them.
Yeah, people love to hear themselves speak.
That's actually true. You listen to what they say and reflect their you reflect their emotions back at them, basically.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes when you're nervous and you just want to feel like you're doing conversation, but I think it's good to let that person know that you're interested, that you're listening, that you're a nice person, and that's pretty much all you can do at the end of the day.
All right.
Yeah, just be a nice guy.
I just think I need to try to run into a brick wall for the first few times just to get over it.
That's actually true.
But you're not. You're probably not even going to run into a brick wall. I mean, yes, there will definitely be failures, but that is how you learn and that's how you get better. And also, these things aren't as by the book as Ethan also called out, like as red pill Andy's try to fucking describe it. It might just not be good vibes. you might not actually fit well with that other person. So all you can do is keep trying.
Don't take rejections personally either. You know what I mean? Don't get in your head about rejection. Don't go down that slippery slope of being like, oh, it must be something wrong with. No, there's nothing wrong with you. I would venture to say most interactions between people that are going down that romantic road don't work out. That's what I would venture to say. I can speak from personal experience. Most of the time if I were to engage in a discussion like that, most of those haven't gone or materialized into anything. So you have to understand that you're not the only one in that, and it's not a you problem. It's just the human condition.
Yeah, for me, it's just hard to be very laissez-faire about it in that sense, and it's very hard to, when you're in that moment, it's hard to realize that. And
do you talk to a therapist about why you take rejection so hard? Because that's probably something to sort out with the therapist too.
Well, it's probably very related to the ADHD in that sense. It has been very common for many people to have that problem about rejection.
Yes, let's blame everything on external factors like ADHD and take no actual responsibility for our stuff. That will go over very well. Disaster.
Being especially painful. It's a lot of people talk about rejection sensitive dysphoria in that sense. But yeah, I don't want to waste your time anymore in that sense. So
just remember, dude. Just remember, you're gonna fucking die like pretty soon, in the universal scale. So I mean, none of this fucking matters. So some random girl rejecting you, when you're on your deathbed, you're not even gonna remember her.
Yeah,
literally.
Forget your deathbed in 3 months.
In a week, you're gonna not remember that at all. And the more you get rejected, the less important it's going to feel.
Yeah, the less you care. It's true. That's actually good advice.
Take those, this is so cheesy, but take those losses as a lesson and see the positive in that, because you're like, well, I'm learning, and I'm developing thick skin.
Hang on, I got something for you. The star Betelgeuse is the size of 400 million suns. Have you heard of that star?
Yeah.
You know about Betelgeuse? Betelgeuse.
Yes.
It's 400 million suns, bro, and you care about being rejected? It's so big.
True.
Big, dude.
Yeah, it's but that's just, I know it's cowardice, but what can
our sun is going to explode, bro. In 6 billion years, our sun is going to explode and engulf the whole fucking galaxy, dude. Your rejection will be.
Ethan, you're giving him an existential crisis on top of.
I think I will go get another drink here, but before I leave, I just wanted to say thank you for the mods. They were absolutely great, and how they worked this stuff around and did everything very, very clearly. So,
they're great.
Thank you guys. Thank you all, and have a good one.
But it's not cowardice. Don't forget, it's not cowardice. It is perfectly natural to feel the feelings that you feel. Stop saying it's cowardice, okay? I would go so far as to say it's simply inexperience, okay? That's it. And the best way to effectively combat that is by gaining experience, exposure therapy. You got to fucking overcome it by doing it, and doing it with everyone. Just talk to people. Force yourself to be more social, even if it's a platonic conversation. You know what I mean? And ultimately, you're just going to get better at talking.
That actually is good advice as well. I've given that advice before.
Talking to people.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Waffles.
Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Just don't get red pilled, guys. That's the worst fate for any man.
No, I mean,
indeed. Yes. People that don't believe the things you do, they are always wrong. Only follow the things you believe. Never ever be open to somebody possibly giving you advice. Never do that. Disaster.
There's this process, if they're here, if they're in my Discord, they've already moved beyond that. You know what I mean? There's very few people in my Discord like that. There's a lot of people in my Discord and in my community that was at the precipice of that are no longer, that are no longer in that place at all.
He probably has a weak chin or something, and that's why the females don't want him.
Okay, stop, dude. Someone said, can you explain the red pill process? I think my guy friend is going through that, and it is bad. Red pill process is this. When you start noticing that, like, your guy friend is blaming women or blaming, like, societal structures that are improper interpretations of how society is organized.
And making insane generalizations about all women.
Yeah. If they start eating raw meat, they start saying female more often.
Basically, the red pill, the pickup artists, they look at women. They start to look at women as objects, and they say, like, you have to hack them. It's just you got to hack them.
You have to hack them. This is stupid. Like, again, they're just this guy. This Ethan Klein guy is just anti-RP for I don't know why. Because you gotta brainwash people. I don't really know what the purpose of that would be. My perspective is you use what works and discard what doesn't. Who cares what people call the information you're receiving? If it works, you use it. If it doesn't work, then it's useless. So if the advice you're giving is bad, people shouldn't follow it, Ethan. Sorry. Regardless of what it's affiliated with. Okay. Let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom and Bobby, Dylan, Renaissance Press, Brian, Andrew, and Alan. Most recent purchaser of Strategist Guide to Seduction. Thank you. Go buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Want me to give you better advice than Ethan Klein? Just message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. That's my email. If you want to see my videos in, ahead of time rather than one per day, cool. Just go to my Patreon. I offer early access. Thank you so much for watching, guys, especially if you listen to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.